Good morning, boys and girls. It is Saturday, April 18th, 2026. And Miss White is up here at the school all by herself today because it is Saturday. There's nobody here. We are going to do a little bit of a review, though, and a very quick video of candling this morning. So on day one, you learned that the head, brain, and eyes began to form. On day two, the embryo changed. The veins and heart began to form. The heart began to beat. These changes are happening so quickly, aren't they, from day to day? On day three, the beak, wings, and legs began to form. Day four was when the tongue began to form. You guys wrote crazy stories about that. Yesterday, the embryo became male or female. You wrote about whether or not you wanted your chick to be a male, a rooster, and protect the coop, or you wanted your chick to be a hen when she grows up and to have baby chicks. Today is day 6, which is Saturday, and we're going to learn about something really special today called the egg tooth. The egg tooth begins to form today, and the embryo begins to move. Actually, we saw the embryo moving yesterday, but the egg tooth is a really special thing that happens to the baby chick. Now, these they're showing as their eye, but as they form a beak, they grow this little thing called an egg tooth. Let me see if I can draw on here just a little bit. So let's pretend this is his beak. Right here on the tip of his beak, he grows an egg tooth, a little bumped out place right there. And when it gets time to get out of the shell, they will use that egg tooth like a hammer, doot, 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 and they will bang on the side of the shell until they make a crack in the shell. And then they'll make another crack and another crack and another one. And it comes all the way across just like unzipping a jacket. That's why they call it pipping and zipping. And then this top of the shell falls off and the chick falls out in the incubator. But they do all of that with this egg tooth on the tip of their beak. So again, if this is their beak, that's the little egg tooth. About 24 hours after they're born, this little egg tooth that used to be right there on the tip of their beak disappears. It is not needed anymore, and so they no longer have it. Our 2 vocabulary words we're learning today is brood, which is what you call a group of newly hatched chicks. Yesterday we learned the word clutch, which was a group of eggs, right? There was a clutch of eggs. Once they're born, we call them a brood. And then the second word we're going to talk about is the brooder. We have a brooder box that looks just like this that we will put the baby chicks in. It will have a water container, a food container, a thermometer, a heating lamp, and it will keep them nice and warm. They have to stay between 96 and 100 degrees for the first 5 or 6 weeks after they're born. So a brood is a group of newly hatched chicks. A brooder is a place to keep the newly hatched chicks. And the last thing we're going to do today is turn off all the lights in the room. It's still going to kind of be a little bit light because we have that door back there in the back letting in some light. But what we're going to do is take out some of our lighter colored eggs and see if we can't candle them this morning to see if we can see the embryo growing and changing. So I'm looking for the lightest colored eggs. Yesterday we found out that all these, and those, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, 19, 20 for sure are fertilized and have growing embryos in them. These back here, these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are the ones I'm either unsure about or I am very sure are not fertilized. So we're going to continue to watch these and see if any of these need to be thrown out. These we're going to pull out this morning that we know are fertilized. We're going to pull out some of the lighter ones and be able to look at the embryos inside, see if we can see them moving around. It is day 6. Most of the time, the best days to candle start on day 7, and they go for day 7 to about day 14, and then they're too big really to see inside the egg anymore. But we'll continue to candle them every day, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so let's turn our candle on. Let's put the first egg up here. Remember what we're looking for as we look through these eggs. We're looking for an air sac. This is something I'm not real happy about right there. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but see those little scratch marks? Sometimes that where you see big pores in the shell, or you see holes kind of where it's been scratched a little bit, that can kind of damage the shell and make it to where you're not really sure if the embryo is going to develop or not. But see this little pouch down here, that pocket of air? That is called an air sac, and so far it looks beautiful. See that air sac going all the way around? The next thing we're looking for are blood vessels. I can see lots and lots of blood vessels right here. Let me get the light shining up through it really good so you'll be able to see as well. And that black dot right there is our embryo. I'm gonna be still and stop talking and see if we can see it move around. Pretty awesome, isn't it? It's still so tiny. It is definitely moving. Lots of really healthy, good blood vessels everywhere. All right, that's the first egg we're gonna look at. Let's look at another one. We're looking for an air sac. We're looking for blood vessels. And we are looking for a moving embryo. Definitely a lot going on in this one. See how dark it is all the way around? There's our good blood vessels right there. I don't see the embryo as closely on this one. We'll continue to watch. Let's look at this one. Air sac, and embryo, and blood vessels are the three things we're looking for today. Okay, let's look at the fourth one. We pulled out 5 eggs today to look at. Okay. There we are. See them right there? Okay, so this is a good strong one. Blood vessels, air sac, embryo is growing and changing and moving. Here's the last one we're gonna look at today. Let's turn it around this way. There he is. We found him. See him right there moving? Ooh, he's really big and really moving. This is probably the healthiest one we've looked at this morning. How exciting. This is day 6, Saturday, April the 18th. We have 15 days left.